It's pleasure to be part of this. I am Aarti. Let's continue. There was peace on earth. But slowly, because of human mistakes, destruction began to rise. Pollution and greed made the earth weak. Now, the earth has sent its protectors to punish humans. The city is in chaos. Explosions are happening everywhere. But in this darkness, there is one man. He is not a superhero, nor a god. He is just a simple man who became a hero for fun. His story begins now. The story starts with a twin tower. A passenger in a bus movie somewhere while surfing the phone. It's shown the man passes from the frame. And suddenly the blast happened, the smoke spreads everywhere. A man says, "What on earth?" The vaccine man appears, the big tentacles, and then he jumps into the air, throws the sonic bomb on a building which was the destructor. From the headquarters, employee says, "It's closing in. Who's available? We have word that Lightning Max and Smile Man are on their way. Get me that threat level assessment." As you can see, loud explosions are going off behind me. The damage left by the monster is at an unprecedented scale. Huge explosion in City A. The Heroes Association is currently analyzing the threat level. The R hero, the Saitama, says, "Guess I'll go. Justice enforcement." A girl crying in a lone, destructive place, yelling to call her daddy and mommy. The monster just going to crush her like a toy. But a heroic entry, guess who? And who do we have here? Just a guy who's a hero for fun. What kind of half-ass backstory is that? I was formed from the constant stream of pollution with which you humans have suffused the earth. I am Vaccine Man. The earth is a single living organism. You humans are nothing but a disease-causing bacteria eating away at her life force. In order to obliterate humans and their evil civilization, the earth has given birth to me. You say you do this for fun? For fun? How dare you confront me, Mother Earth's apostle, for that inane reason? Yet, his anger getting higher than high level by level, the big red eyes and the veins all over the body and the big sharp teeth, the monstrous look. He's upgraded coils of anger. He became the giant monster, and the Saitama was looking like a small hero but not so serious. Then he ready to make a punch, he folds his finger and tied the punch and ready to hit, and then he smashes the vaccine man with not a full potential. But then, what more could be expected from a who? Not again. All it took was one punch. Damn it. A super powerful hero, or should I say overpowered, is now just disappointed. The story shifts to the past where he was a simple man. One day you can be him or he can be you. We can talk, but now let's focus on story. 3 years earlier, a monster, the Crab Man. Everyone running. Huh? You sure you don't want to run away? I bet you're a newly employed businessman, already tired of work. I ate too much crab and transformed into this. Crabland. Why aren't you running? You've got a death wish. Is that it? Well, not quite. I'm no businessman. I'm unemployed. Right now, I'm looking for a job. I had another interview today and got rejected royally. I couldn't care less about anything. So, I'm in no mood to run just because the mighty Crabland has appeared. So, what'll happen if I don't run? Your eyes are lifeless, just like mine. From one set of lifeless eyes to another, I let you go. Besides, right now, I'm hunting different prey. A big-chinned brat. And when I find him, I'm gonna rip his arms off. What are you looking at? A big-chinned brat. If he's caught, he's dead. Hey, kid. Were you messing with a big crab monster? Huh? He was asleep in the park. So, I drew some nipples on him with my marker. It's definitely him. He has no idea what he's done. What do? I could still help. But man, this kid isn't cute at all. It's none of my business. I should just walk away. Right. I mean, who really cares? I found you. What the hell am I doing? Huh. Kid, he's after you. Get out of here. Don't worry about me. Just go. Be but my soccer ball. Your ball? Hey, what's the big idea? Don't tell me you're gonna protect that stinking brat. Come on, you're gonna kill him over some harmless prank? Think about this. I've already mutilated lots of people. Whoever makes fun of the way I look pays the price. No exceptions. By the way, that brat drew nipples on my body with a permanent marker. Look at these claws. I can't even use a towel to wipe it off. Get in my way, and I'll make sure you never go job hunting again. It just came to me. You look exactly like a villain from this anime I used to watch. Die. Hold it right there. In this age of declining birth rates, I can't just let you kill a kid. You know what? When I was a little boy, I wanted to be a hero. Not a businessman, but a hero who could send rotten villains like you flying. With one punch. Screw looking for a job. Bring it on. Some hero you are. You're pathetic. You don't stand a chance against me. Your life ends. Now, after he threatened him, he put all the confidence together and jumped over the crabman. But the crabman didn't underestimate him and smashes him, which was really hard-hitted, and crashed into the trash. The smoke billowed all over the place. The kid was in shock, full of fear, forget to move and run from the place. But the crabman wasn't interested to let him live. He was ready to smash him with his claws. He raised his right hand, poised to strike and shatter the terrified child. But then, out of nowhere, he was ready to fight back against the crabman. And yeah, his real name? Officially never revealed Saitama's name. The only name he got was Caped Baldy, but as non-trolling person calling him like, "ये तो अच्छी बात नहीं है." Then, he untied his tie and got ready to face the crabman. But before he could react, the crabman suddenly swung his claws and struck his face brutally. He punched him brutally, sending him flying into the air for a moment before he crashed onto the ground. Saitama looked at him and spoke in a cold voice. His head was now bleeding, but consumed by rage, he stood ready to fight again. The crabman threw another punch, but this time, he missed because Saitama had leaped over him. The tie, used as a hook, pierced his eye. With the force and weight pulling down, the eye was torn from its socket, dragging out the inner flesh still attached. With the force and weight pulling down, the eye burst from its socket, dragging out tangled strands of inner flesh that clung for a moment before snapping free. A grotesque tear followed, and from the gaping wound, blood erupted like a fountain, spraying in thick, crimson arcs. His body swayed, trembling as more viscera spilled forth, the slick mass of ruptured tissue sliding free. His knees buckled. He collapsed with a sickening thud, his tongue slipping out, limp and lifeless, as the last spurts of blood splattered across the ground. The crabman collapsed, lifeless. The boy was saved. Has it really been 3 years since then? After that day, I trained so hard. I went bald. I became so powerful, no one can beat me. I'm the hero I dreamed of becoming. So what is this? What's wrong? Why does my heart feel so empty? 482 yen, please. Okay. Oh, hang on. I have 82 yen. As soon as he paid the amount, the sound of heavy footsteps echoed. Within a second, everyone ran out of the store in panic. However, Saitama didn't look surprised. He calmly stepped toward the side of the store, which had been completely destroyed, to see who was responsible. A giant footprint was on the ground. He looked up and saw a massive, naked man walking, and on his shoulder, the scientist stood firmly. Then, the scientist spoke, his voice carrying over the chaos. Incredible. This is incredible. Little brother, I never thought it would work so well. Yes, it's more than I ever imagined. Big brother, my goal was to become the strongest man in the world. The strongest man. That was my dream. At last, the ultimate steroid, Biceps King, is complete. Little brother, drink this and you will obtain the power you've been seeking. What? Drink that? Indeed. I added strawberry flavoring to make it go down easier. Brother, yes, this will do. My brains and your brawn. By combining the greatest of minds and the strongest of bodies, we brothers will conquer everything on earth and rule as kings. I'm incredible. Well done, little brother. Thousands have perished. Now, onto the next town to destroy it as well. This is it, big bro. This is what I was looking for. To be the strongest man. This is an emergency evacuation warning. A giant creature has appeared in City B. The creature is currently heading towards City B. All residents of the area, please evacuate immediately. I repeat, the giant creature is currently heading for. Yes, that's right. Scatter like rats. Get them. I'm the strongest man. What do you think, brother? Yeah? How's it feel being the strongest? What? There's someone on your shoulder. Put some pants on. That guy on your shoulder. Kill him. Cause of me's understanding he killed his brother. How did this happen? I just wanted to be strong. And I finally am the strongest man, but I don't know who you are. But it's your fault my brother is dead. The strongest. The giant man stood over his brother's lifeless body, his hands trembling with rage. His breath was heavy, his eyes burning with fury as he turned towards Saitama. Without hesitation, he grabbed him in a crushing grip, his massive fist tightening around Saitama's body. With all his strength, he hurled him across the city, sending him crashing brutally into a building. The impact shook the ground, debris flying everywhere. But as the dust settled, Saitama remained unchanged, his usual, carefree smile still on his face. The sheer force of the throw had dug him deep into the ground, yet he didn't seem bothered in the slightest. Roaring in frustration, the giant leaped high into the air and came crashing down on Saitama, his fists pounding the ground with relentless fury. Each punch sent shockwaves through the city as he bellowed, "Behold our brotherly power." He rained down a flurry of devastating blows, the sheer force carving a massive crater into the earth. Then, standing over the destruction, he paused, his fists shaking. He looked at his brother's broken body, his expression shifting from rage to something emptier, something hollow. "I am the strongest," he muttered. His voice wavered as he clenched his fists. "So what if I am?" His gaze lingered on the remains of his brother. "I feel empty." For a moment, silence filled the battlefield. But then, from the thick smoke and rubble, a shadow emerged. Rising effortlessly from the crater, Saitama jumped into the air, completely unfazed. With a calm expression, he tilted his head slightly and said, "You get it, right?" Before the giant could react, Saitama's fist struck his face with unimaginable force. The sheer impact shattered the air, his entire body contorting from the blow. In an instant, life left his eyes as his massive form was sent hurtling through the sky, crashing into City B with earth-shaking force. Silence followed. It was over in a single punch. There's no sign that the evils of the world are disappearing. This hasn't changed since before I became a hero. In other words, you could say that I haven't made any impact. I'm not necessarily sad about that. But there's something bothering me lately. As the days pass, my emotions grow more distant. Fear, tension, joy, anger. I feel none of them anymore. In exchange for power. Maybe I've lost something that's essential for a human being?
Vroom vroom?
No sense hiding if you saw me. I'm Super Customio 649 ZMK. 2. I love. I used to feel all kinds of emotions building custom cars so much. I decked myself out. Fear, panic, anger. I'm a custom car living monster. If you're thinking of getting in my way, I'll put a shine on that big headlight of yours. But now, all I need is one punch to end it. Guess I have eggs over rice tonight. Each day, I come home uninjured and wash my gloves. When I'm out fighting monsters, I never feel as if my heart's really in it. I mean, I just do the hero thing as a hobby. In other words, as long as I get a kick out of it, that's all I care about. Then the Saitama being attacked and thrown with full potential out of the house, and the house was destroyed, he yells. My house? Then, he was attacked from behind. He swiftly dodged the punch, but in an instant, the attacker launched another strike. Saitama flipped twice through the air, before crashing hard into a pillar beneath the road. Blood trickled down from his head. The attacker stepped forward, towering over him. Saitama, staring at him, spoke in his mind. "He's tough. What the hell are you? What am I? That's rude. We are the true Earthlings. We? I believe you call us subterraneans. We suffer from overpopulation. Therefore, we must now claim the world above ground. I understand that there are many people on the surface too. As it stands, you are in our way. That is why we have decided to eradicate you all. Since our invasion commenced, 70% of the surface dwellers have been killed. This is a battle for survival. I hope you can understand that. However, this is unexpected. We are Earthlings." The subterranean didn't hesitate. In a flash, it launched a powerful punch at Saitama. But before its attack could land, Saitama's fist had already slammed into its stomach. In the blink of an eye, it exploded into pieces, as if the punch had been nothing more than a casual tap. Barely even touched it. The others stood frozen, their eyes wide in sheer disbelief. But how? Without thinking, the Earthlings rushed at Saitama, fists flying. "You bastard! Die!" Saitama effortlessly dodged their attacks. He flipped through the air, landing on another road as the Earthlings chased after him, trying to overpower him. All three attacked at once, but Saitama didn't even need a second. He knocked them down instantly. One devastating punch to an Earthling's stomach sent it flying into the air before crashing into a bridge pillar, causing massive destruction. From another direction, an endless horde of Earthlings swarmed towards Saitama. He took them down one by one, cutting through their ranks with ease. Then, a towering Earthling emerged. Saitama threw a punch with an expressionless face. The screen turned white. An instant later, an enormous explosion rocked the battlefield. The remaining Earthlings watched in shock. "Is it over? Who on earth was that surface dweller? He was so strong." Saitama casually replied, "Humi, I'm just a guy who's a hero for fun. I do not lose, and the surface is under my protection." Big talk for a race of vermin. Through the ragging fire, Saitama emerged, his face serious. Breaking the fourth wall, he punched the screen. "Don't tease me again." Fighting multiple giant Earthlings at once, Saitama delivered intense, lightning-fast strikes. Then bam, a massive punch slammed into his face. What is this feeling? This wild throbbing in my heart? With every punch, Earthlings fell. The battle raged on. This rush, this tension. The screen flashed white. Rain began to pour. Heat from the battle had changed the atmosphere itself. Now, standing atop a mountain of defeated enemies, Saitama gazed up at the sky, breathing heavily. "It's coming back to me. This is it." Then, a deep voice echoed through the rain. Well, a towering figure stepped forward. "Looks like you've been taking good care of my children." The subterranean king had arrived. Saitama clenched his fists, eyes burning with excitement. "This is it." The subterranean king smirked. "I, the subterranean king, will take you on." Saitama grinned. "This is the very feeling I've been looking for." The clock shone. The time was 7 o'clock. With a single punch, the clock was buried into the ground. But it was no more. Rip. He wakes up and through the balcony, he saw. "The surface is ours. You surface dwellers must die. I am the subterranean king. Surface dwellers, prepare yourselves for." While the subterranean king was completing his line, Saitama landed from his balcony, smashing the king's head into the ground. The others were now scared. Saitama was energetic, ready to fight. "All right, bring it on." One punch was enough. The remaining dwellers raised a white flag with the words "sorry about that" and disappeared underground. He scratched his head with his finger, thinking, "Scene change." Saitama said, "I have become too strong. The strongest man." The episode ends. And on the screen, the cyborg is introduced, standing tall. A cyborg stood in a wasteland, surrounded by lifeless animals, victims of a plague. He looked toward the city. The time is up. I hope you all are ready for the next chapter.